Hey, everybody. This is Felicia, and it's Monday night. I managed to make a Monday night live. Thank everybody for coming in, and for the replay crew. Thank you so much for catching the replay. Um, please leave a comment, and I will definitely respond to it at some point. I try to be responsive as I can. So, how's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing this wonderful, what day is this? February the 9th. It's the birthday of one of my cousins. Happy birthday, Lee. Hey, GT Jr. Hey, Jamia. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate y'all being here. You're great? That's good. That's really good. I'm okay. I won't say I'm great, but I'm okay. I've been better, but I've been worse. So, yeah, definitely not complaining. Yeah, definitely not complaining. I don't know. My setup is not right today. For some reason, it doesn't look right to me. I don't know what it is, but it'll be all right. So what's going on with y'all? I'm gonna tell you, it's weird being on here on a Monday night after I have been off for so long, but I'm trying to get back to going live on occasion. Oh, you're good? You're okay, Jamie? Okay, good. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Life has been, it is. Oh, you dropped seeds today? I should have dropped seeds today. I'm behind, y'all. I am so behind. Um, it's time. I've got so much stuff I need to do, and I just do not have the motivation to get things done, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to go to sleep, but my stepdad has the heater on. Oh, do you have a small fan that you can put on you? I do have a small little portable one that actually it's in a really nice, small enough that you can carry it with you. Um, and it can be plugged in or run on USB or charged up. I can't, no, it can be charged. I can't remember. But yeah, those are nice to have. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, I haven't dropped seeds yet. I want to drop some like right now because there's a few things that whatever coal we're still gonna have, they can take the coal like my sweet peas. Definitely time to get those out there, and then some of my herbs. I need to get them out there because they'll whenever the soil temperature gets warm enough, they'll germinate and they'll be fine until they do. Um, but yeah, that's outside, but inside too. I have the ceiling fan on and a small fan on the side. Yeah. Well, hopefully that'll help, and then you can get some sleep. But yeah. Um, and I still have not done. I don't know if Nightbud's working today, GT Junior. It's been a minute, but we'll see. Um, I still haven't got my WIG started, and I have everything in there. I have everything in there. I've got the the um hydroponic units they're cleaned up, they're in there, they're set up. All I need to do is put the water in and plant some seeds and record it. And the reason that I haven't planted any seeds or anything in there is because I haven't felt like recording. And it's so funny, I even had my tripod set up, my and everything. I was like, oh, just gonna, stick the camera on the tripod and get it done. And I don't know what's holding me back, but something's holding me back. But anyway, it is what it is. Hey, Brian Lynn, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I don't know if Nightbot's working. Well, he's working a little bit, maybe. Yeah, he's working, so maybe it'll pop up in a minute. But yeah. The weather's been nice here the last couple of days. It's been relatively warm, comparatively, I should say. Warm. It was up in we got up to 73 today. That's crazy. And the low was just 48 last night. So, yeah. Oh, my word. Yeah, yeah. I got to get outside. I have got to get outside. Weather for Anchorage. Conditions are cloudy with a temperature of 24 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the north at 4 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 77%. I cannot believe that it was 70 degrees today, but I mean, it was. Yeah, it was. He did it. My name is Nightbot, BOT. Come correct, please, and thank you. Nightbot don't be playing now, GT. Why you messing with him? Oh, uh, well. What have we got here? Yeah, but yeah, I've got some work to do outside, and I'm already behind. Um, like my trees, I need to get my trees. I need to treat my trees, for insects because I need to get at least two, three treatments in before the bloom set on it. And so, yeah, need to get that done. I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll get that done tomorrow because I gotta get that done. Oh, conditions for ads. Oh, okay. Conditions for Montgomery. Conditions are fog with a temperature of 55 degrees Fahrenheit. 55. Okay. The wind is blowing from the south at 3 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 82%. I think the low temperature is supposed to be in the 50s tonight. So, yeah. And the high is going to be in the 70s again tomorrow. So, yeah, I definitely got to get things done. Put a space between the weather and the zip code, Jamia. Yeah. But yeah, I need to fertilize my fruit trees, and I need to treat I need to spray them. I'm using a horticultural oil um mix to spray them, and I need to spray them. Yeah, got to get that done because I didn't get to prune this year. I should have pruned them over the holidays, but I didn't get to prune them this year, so they're gonna be out of control. But it is what it is. Weather for Palm Bay: conditions are clear with a temperature of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the southwest at 5 miles per hour, and the current humidity is at 98%. Brian Lynn, you have to put in the zip code after you put in weather. Put a space in your zip code or a space in the city name, and then it'll give you the weather. But yeah, yes, it feels weird, y'all being on here at night. Because I just been away from it for so long, and I tell you, I'm feeling better. I am feeling better. I can say that. Um, I know we've talked about it before, but things have been going on, and sometimes backing away from the social media and everything. It's just something that I need to do from time to time, and so yeah, that part. But I'm coming back slowly. I'm not gonna make any promises about being around, every week or every Monday night or on a regular basis, but you'll see me around a little bit more. You'll see a little bit more videos from me as well. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can say that. Weather for Castaneda. Castaneda. Conditions are rain with a temperature of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the west southwest at 13 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 64%. Okay. So it looks like you're the coldest, GT. You're the coldest, which is normal, which is what it should be, as it should be. Alaska should be the coldest. But I tell you what, there's some places, there are some places that have been getting um some weather this year. Definitely getting some weather this year. Some cold. I think Gina versus Gina's backyard has been under a foot of snow for weeks now. It's like, really? Do you remember GT Jr.? I put in for all of my members get a shout out. So if you have been a member here, if you are a current member or you have been a member here, you will get member shout outs on here. If I'm live. I mean, members do get some extra things. I have a few members only videos, and I'll be doing more of those. And like I said, members get shout outs on the if I do live streams, Nightbot will be shouting out members and sharing their page, so y'all can check them out. And then anyways, membership has a few little perks. And we'll continue to get, as we get more members and as time goes on, it'll be developed more. I'm not sure if I missed something, but where is oh yeah, Bella passed away. Yeah, Bella passed away. Like I said, life has been lifing. It's been, yeah, it's been, yeah, that part. Um, and it's been difficult. It has definitely been difficult because she was like my companion, really. And I miss her a lot. I'm used to her being right here beside me all the time. And my life has changed a lot since she's been gone. And not necessarily in good ways, but yeah, that part. It's been a minute. It was in April. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a while. Are you going to get a new baby? No, I'm not. I thought about it. I really have thought about it because, like I said, I miss her a lot, and I actually need another animal of some sort, but no, I just can't deal with it right now. So um, yeah, that part. But she had a good life. Um, she was pampered, she was loved, um, and that part. Do you like birds? Birds are nasty. You just said it. You need another pet companion. I really do. Do I like birds? I do like birds, but I don't want a bird in the house. If I have birds in the house, it's going to be something that provides food, like quail. And I don't want quail in the house. So I thought about getting quail for the garage, but I'm like, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. um, but yeah, birds are a commitment too. um, So yeah, yeah, and the reason I say I need it is because when I had Bella, y'all know when you have a dog, you got to get up in the morning for one thing. You got to get up in the morning because you got to take them outside, right? They have to have food, they have to have water, they have to have exercise, and so those are things that I had to do. Now I don't have that. I don't have to get up in the morning. I set an alarm this morning to get up to take the trash out because today was trash day. But otherwise, I can sleep until 1, 2 o'clock. I can stay up all night. With the dog, you can't really do that because when you mess their schedule up, they let you know. They definitely let you know. Um, Actually, I've had cats before, but I'm allergic to cats. It's not a bad allergy, but it's a persistent um um allergy. And so my sinus, I get back to back sinus infections if when the cat's in the house. And so no, I'm if I were to get a cat, it'd have to be an outside cat. And I'm not really big on outside cats. Although there are several cats in the neighborhood that are outside cats that think they live here. I don't feed them, but they think that this is their house. You know how cats are. And so if I leave my garage open, they're in the garage, sleeping, napping. If I leave my car door open, they get in the car and get on the back window and sun, because they think they live here. If I don't put my car in the garage, then they are, on top of it. They just think they live here. So yeah, that part. Um, and I don't really want to put another cat in the mix with that, but outdoor cats are pretty big hunters, which I kind of want, but I don't want. Because we do have a lot of things that are growing around here that the cats will. Um, but yeah, that part. um, but yeah, there used to be a show on that where they followed a cat, and this was a cat that was an indoor outdoor cat, and they followed it with a camera. They put a camera on it to see where it would go and what it would do, and it that cat was vicious. It was so funny because the cat was well fed, and did not need to hunt to eat, but they just liked to hunt, and they would go out every day, and they had a path that they would go and they would catch frogs, lizards, birds, small mammals, and they would bring some of them back home, and leave them on the leave them for their their human. Some things, but some things they didn't. And like the birds, they really reduced the populations of birds in and around the place because they just hunt it for fun. They just do. So I'm just not a big proponent of outdoor cats. I mean, if I had a farm, yeah, I would definitely have a barn cat for sure. Um, if I had a few more acres, I would probably have a cat just because, like I said, they lizards and things that I have plenty of around here, they would keep those populations down. Hey Lisa, how are you? Sugar gliders are small nocturnal marsupials, not actually monkeys, native to Australia and Indonesia, known for gliding between trees using membranes called often, I don't know, I can't say that word. Pata, I can't say that word. Not today. Sorry. Often kept as exotic pets. Oh, okay. Like like flying squirrels, those kind of membranes. Like, because flying squirrels don't really fly, they really glide. Hmm. I don't know. I have to look that up. Sugar gliders, because I don't know anything about them. How you doing, Lisa? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Oh, they kind of do look like flying squirrels. Oh, Oh, they are cute. They're small, nocturnal tree-dwelling marsupials from Australia. God, using the membrane. They're omnivores. They eat sap, nectar, and insects. They require specific care. Good night, Jamie. Rest easy, my friend. They require specific care, being housed in pairs or groups because of their social nature and a specialized diet. So they're related to kangaroos and koalas, not rodents, can live 10 to 15 years in captivity. Oh, okay. They are kind of cute. Ah, it does look like a flying squirrel, though. Let me show y'all. Can you see it? That's pretty cute. There's another picture. Yeah. Do you have one, Bronlyn? Do you have one? Oh, yeah, there's hanging from a branch. There you go. They're kind of cute. But yeah, having a pet does help you to maintain a routine. Um, and also, helps with you to get your exercise in because they need their exercise. And so, walking the dog and taking the dog out and socializing it, all those things that you have to do, um, helps, you know, can be quite helpful. Um, and yeah, that's why I say I need it because I'm not maintaining any kind of routine now at all. There are days where I don't go outside at all. And, with Bella, I was outside every day for at least 30 minutes, if not longer, usually longer. Um, if for no other reason than she needed to go out. Oh, my friend has one. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, I see. But yeah, I have, like I said, I thought about it. I thought about, getting another pet companion, but it's not right now. It's not a good thing for me. And one of the reasons is because I do want to travel more. I've been traveling quite a bit in the last few years, and was having um, a hard time. Not really. I don't like to board Bella. I didn't like to board Bella more than 5 days, and we took a couple 7 day trips where she ended up being boarded 8, 9, 10 days, and that's just for me. That's just too long. I do have a friend here who, on occasion, I could get her to pet sit for me, but yeah, boarding a dog the size of Bella for a long period of time is just not good for them. And don't get me wrong, we had a good place, and they actually had a section of the kennel that they kind of kept for the older dogs because Bella was an old. They call them the old girls. They kept a section for the old girls, and they separated them from the younger dogs, and they would so when they took them out, they took the old girls out at one time, and so the little pups didn't aggravate them and things like that. And then they had a good side staff, rotating staff that spent time with them and everything. And so it could have been worse, definitely, but it was a pretty good situation. But it's still stressful um, on the dogs to be boarded, and especially for long periods of time. Um, and I never knew when I came back if she was gonna be, sometimes she would get nervous and start chewing and scratching and having some kind of nervous reactions and things like that. And it was like I said, that was a good place and they took care of her. the same, but sometimes she would come back, like that. And then, anyways, yeah, I didn't like that. And so that meant I limited, you know, my travel. And when the kids were here, it was one thing. My kids are grown, I'm saying, but when one of the kids was here, or when I was traveling by myself, and my husband could, you know, watch out for her, that was one thing. But when I had to board her, yeah, I did not like that at all. And it makes the trip more expensive. It costs more. Um, um, Sometimes it can cost more to board your dog than it costs for a rental car. So yeah, that part. Like, yeah. And yeah, I like to travel. And I'm going to be doing some more traveling. Not a lot, but some more traveling. One of the things I'm doing, a couple of meetups this year. Um, One in March, one in June. Excited for a couple of meetups this year for sure. At least two for sure, and maybe more than that. And then my family and I will do some a vacation of some sort this year as well. Well, some parts of the family. It may not be the whole family, but yeah, some parts of the family will do a vacation somewhere this year as well. Probably at the beach because that's my happy place. But yeah, I am still working on this blanket. I am actually almost done with this blanket. I'll see it. It's actually orange. It looks pinkish, I know, on the screen, but it's orange. I'm almost done with it. This is the last skein of yarn. And then I'm gonna do the border and this. Haven't figured out what border I'm going to use on it yet, but I'm going to do that. I hope to finish it. I was hoping to finish it last week, but I think I'll be able to finish it this week, if I don't have any problems with my hand. I think I told you guys last week I woke up. Um, oh, okay. I need to drop the high cabbage. All right. Good to see you, GT Junior. Thanks for being here. But yeah, I think I told you guys I had woke up with my hand hurting, and so I've been um what was I trying to say? I woke up one morning and my hand was hurting. I think I slept on it wrong, but oh no, I'm staying. Okay. Okay. I need to drop the high cabbage, the huge cabbage. Okay. Yeah. I'm jealous of the huge cabbage. Okay, drop in while listening. Thanks, GT. I appreciate that. I'm jealous of the huge cabbage. I have not been successful at growing cabbage from seed, um, at all. Well, no, at all. I haven't been successful growing cabbage from seed. I plant it almost every year. I haven't been successful. I have grown it from starts, um, but from seed, I haven't been able to grow it for whatever reason. It just doesn't mature. It won't. It grows and it stays alive, and I've had it to stay alive for years. But and I've even had one to head up, but it was like this big. So one from seed, but yeah. Um. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I was telling you about my hand. I woke up and my hand was hurting. It felt like it had been smashed with a hammer. And um, long story short, it hurt for 2 days and then pain stopped. But since it was hurting, I was thinking maybe I was overdoing it. Because sometimes you do something and you can't remember what happened. And so I've been wearing the brace on my hand. And it's not that the brace doesn't help it. What the brace does is it helps me to remember not to use it to, not to put too much weight on it, not to lift two things that are too heavy. Because when I go to reach for something, it's like, oh, don't hurt your hand. Oh, don't hurt your hand. And so I've been wearing the brace. This is actually a thumb brace because I did have, and the thumb has been hurting this week too. I had trigger thumb in this thumb, and I had surgery on it. And for whatever reason, it's been aching this week as well. So, yeah. Anyways, if the hand doesn't give me too much problems, I will continue and finish this blanket. I'll be finished this blanket this week. So, one of the meetups is in Richland, Missouri, and it's June 5th through the 7th. And the Simply Jan Homestead, I think, is the host or the contact person. They have a YouTube channel, and it's a YouTube. It's I forget. It's just a YouTube meetup and I think the people are gardeners and homesteaders and maybe preppers group. And so that's one. And then the other one is it's actually not really a meetup because it's just some YouTube friends of mine who like to get together. It's five of us, and we get together um periodically, and so we're going to meet up in March. That one's going to be in Indiana. Yeah, Indiana. Uh-huh. Um, and then there are some others that are happening. The crawfish kickback is happening in May, Memorial Day weekend in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. The contact person for that is Unbiased LLC. Her channel's here on YouTube, so check out Unbiased if you're interested in that one. That one's going to be a good one. Um, there's another one happening in Savannah in April. Um, and that one's hosted by Sherry's Remedy Room, um, who used to be with Black's Tropical, but they're not doing that one. This Black's the Soul Family Expo is not happening, but Sherry's Remedy Room is happening, doing one in April in Savannah. GT Junior, member for 3 months. Yay! um, so yeah, there's several meetups that are happening. If you guys are interested in meetups, um, yeah, there are several happening in the community. So yeah, Simply Jan Homestead, Unbiased LLC, um, Sherry's Remedy Room are hosting meetups. Now there's another one that happens here in Alabama, and it's called a place called Petals from the Past. If you go to the Petals from the Past website, you should be able to find information about that one. And it's just a gardener's thing. Um, they also are some workshops that are happening. I might go to also in Missouri at Baker's Creek. Baker's Creek's got a couple of gardening workshops happening this year. If you go to the Baker's Creek website and look on yeah, events, I think it's on events, their events page, you'll see that there are several. I think there's one in the spring, and then there's one in the fall. Yeah. Yeah, that part. Um um Seeds. Yeah, you are so funny, GT Junior. Now that's one of the things, like when I went to the one from Petals from the Past, I went last year, I went 2 years to that one, and Hoss Seeds had a table there, and they had a ton of seeds. Um, when we went to the one in Savannah a couple of years, they usually Baker Creek usually sponsors that one, so usually there's a ton of seeds available there. I don't know if either the crawfish. I don't know if the crawfish kickback is sponsored this year, so I don't know if they'll have seeds available. I don't know if Simply Jan's is sponsored. I don't know if they'll have seeds available, but I do know that there probably is going to be some seeds they're giving away, even if they're not sponsored, because I know a couple of people who will probably just bring some to give away. So there's that. But yeah, and it's funny. I'm getting to the place with seeds that I want. There's certain seeds I want, like I don't have stevia, so I want some stevia seeds. I don't think I have stevia. I might have some. I keep saying I don't have it, but I think I need to look at my herb collection and see if I have some, because I actually might have some. But there's certain seeds that I'm looking for now. But it's really, I'm really particular about what seeds I want now. But it doesn't stop me from buying seeds. I order seeds every year. I buy seeds at the store every year. Where are you, Brian Lynn? Because we were talking about the California people, and it was like California needs to have a meetup. The California people need to have a meetup because people will come. That's the thing. People will come. There's a couple that I want to go to. I think mm, what is it called? ARM, a real meetup in the 2A community. I think it's going to be in Jacksonville this year. I need to find out the date. I think it's in June, and I think it's in Jacksonville. I think I might want to go to that one this year. It's one that I haven't been to. Last year it was in Atlanta, and I should have gone because that was the closest one. But yeah, I think it's in Jacksonville this year, Jacksonville, Florida. And so yeah, definitely want to go to that one. Um, and that's sponsored by a Real Gun Guy. I think it is who sponsors that one. It's in the 2A community. Um, but yeah. And then there's another one that's happening. I think there may be one here another one here in Alabama, in the Birmingham area. I gotta look up and see what's what. Um, but that's the thing. There are a lot of meetups. There's a regular gun guy. Thank you. Thank you, because I can't remember. Y'all get the names wrong. That's why I hate to say stuff. Hate to start talking about stuff. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Um, there is a website called, what is it called? SouthernQA.com events. And it has some meetups on it. So like there's a meetup in Helen, Georgia in March, and then there's some state meetups that are happening, like 10 Killer. 10 Killer happens every year. It's a homesteader meetup. There's a Mid-Atlantic one that happens every year. Anyways, I will give you a link to that website. Um, oh, West Palm Beach. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I think ARM is in Jacksonville this year. Okay. And so those are some homesteader Usually Homesteader and Prepper meetups are at that Southern QA website. They have a calendar there that has the meetups on the calendar. Um, but they usually start in the spring, and yeah, that one. And then let me see. Let me see. ARM. Yeah, June 13th. So if you're interested in this one, let me see if I can find it. Another link. Put in a link. Um, Paste. There you go. Hey, how you doing, Wee Terry? Oh, it's good to see you. So yeah, if you're interested in a 2A community, they have a meetup, and it's going to be in Jacksonville, Florida, June um June the 13th, 2026, and they usually sell out. So yeah, you might want to get your ticket early because they usually sell out. Um, yeah, I was just looking at the website real quick to see what they have. It looks like they have the ticket sales of they still have tickets for sale for that one, and it looks like it's Thursday through Saturday, so June the 11th through the 13th. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go to that one or not. I would like to go to that one. I want to go to that one, but I'm committed to the one in Missouri. Um, and and they're close. So I don't know if I want to go to Missouri and then turn around the next week and go to Jacksonville. That's what I'm thinking. So it just depends. It depends on if I drive to Missouri or fly. Um, and then yeah, I don't know how far it is to drive to Jacksonville. It's probably about 6 hours from here or so. I guess I need to check and see how far it is to Jacksonville. Yeah, it's about 6 hours. That's not a bad drive. So yeah, it just depends on that. And it also depends on if my husband wants to go, because if my husband wants to go, then it's a road trip. It's a road trip. If he doesn't want to go, then yeah. And the reason I say that is because my husband's car, he drives a Cadillac, and he will drive. I don't have to drive, and so it's just a nice road trip. My car, on the other hand, is a little bit smaller and a little bit and a little bit not as comfortable to drive. But it's still a fun drive because I drive a Mini Cooper, and so it's a fun drive, but it's not as a comfortable drive. And so, if he's going to drive, it's definitely a trip if he wants to go, and he might want to go. Um, it just depends. But yeah, how are you doing? Why can't I think of your name? I know your name. Oh, and it's just going out of my name. How are you doing, we Terry? Um, this makes me mad. Ugh. And it's because I'm getting old. Y'all, age is a real thing that happens. And what happens, I'm going to tell y'all what happens. See, I'm going to explain this to you because not everybody understands the concept of what happens. What happens is your brain is like a file cabinet. And you can put stuff in and put stuff in and put stuff in. But eventually it gets full. My brain is full. And so every time I put something in now, I had to take something else out. And so, um, and now when you start looking for stuff and the file cabinet is full, you pull out the thing and you look and you're trying to go, you can't find the file. It's in there, you know it's in there, you can't find. You're looking, you're looking, you're looking, you're looking, you can't find it, and then you pull out the folder and it's like this ain't the right folder, and you stick that folder on top. Okay, I just took something out now, and then you got to put stuff back. So now I don't know whether it's in the basket on top of the file cabinet, if it's actually in the file cabinet, if somebody else is taking it out of the file cabinet and then put it back, or if it's actually in there. So I can't find it. OVW is your other channel name. See, it came to me. And I'm trying to think of your name. I'm trying to think of your name. That'll come to me too. But anyways, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. See, I have to explain things to people because y'all understand how this brain works. It's full. I just got a lot of stuff in there. It's just full. But the capacity can be expanded. So you can expand the capacity. It's kind of like getting a bigger hard drive. Um, and the funny thing is, expanding the capacity is done by using it. The more you use it, the bigger the capacity. And so I've been lazy and not been using it as much as I should lately. And so the capacity has gotten smaller because it didn't think it needed to be as big. And so I need to use it more often so I can expand the capacity like a bigger hard drive. Okay. Did that make sense, y'all? Nope, it didn't. But that shows you how my brain works. Mm. Y'all wondering what I'm drinking? It's sparkling water from Aldi. Yeah, sparkling water from Aldi. Lime, 0 calories, 0 sugar. That's what I'm drinking. Just water. Um, it's funny. When I started drinking, when I gave up sodas, I didn't drink anything with carbonation in it for a long time. When I gave up sodas, nothing. I was like, I'm giving it up, not doing it. And so for a long time, I didn't drink anything. And then one day we were some friends. We went. We were out at one of those sports bar places. I don't remember which one it was, but one of those places where you get wings, and they were ordering stuff, and it was like, oh, you know what? I could get club soda. Because they make mixed drinks and they have the thing, and so I ordered that, and they don't charge you for that, by the way. I ordered the club soda, um, and got a lime in it, and that was like, I could drink this. It's carbonated. It has a little fizz to it. It makes you feel like you're drinking something special. You have a little twist of lime. People think you're drinking a drink, but you're not. You're just drinking water. And so that's when I started. When I would go out to eat to restaurants and stuff, if they had a bar, then I would just order a club soda at a bar. But they're getting hip to that now. They're learning that they can just buy like the Perrier or the um yeah, whatever, whoever's, and charge you for it now. So there's that. But anyways, yeah. This is about the time that Bella would start barking. But no more Bella. Sad, sad, sad. Um, yeah, but yeah. Oh, I also wanted to tell y'all, if you guys are gardening, um, you might want to check out Greenstock. Um, I don't know if it's still on or not. It might not be still on, but they were having a sale. I think it was a Valentine's Day sale, actually. Um, I forgot what the sale was. I think the sale was on the pink. Yes. Buy a 3-tier green stalk and get a 3-tier, look at that, for free at Greenstock Garden. Buy, there it is. Can y'all see that? Buy one 3-tier and get another 3-tier for free. So if you're interested in the green stock, they're having it's a gallon, Galentine steak. Yeah. And they have a new color. Two new colors, actually. They have the pink and the yellow. Yeah. Can you see them? Yeah, the pink and the yellow. So yeah, yeah, I did that. And the camera saw it. Yeah. And that's why the balloons came up. But yeah, they have if you've been thinking about getting a green stalk, now will be the time to get it because it's buy one get one on the 3-tier ones. And I think I have a 6 and a 7. I don't know. I have the I think it's a 6 tier or a 7 tier. I can't remember whatever the original was. I have the original one. I think that's what it's called. I don't know what it's called. I don't even know what it's called. But and I have to say I'm short. I'm only 5 foot tall, and so they're actually taller than me. And so the upper row, I can't really see in. Like if I put seeds in there, I can't really see in it to see if they're germinated or not. But I don't mind. I don't mind that because I'm just gonna put something like onions or something in the top row and call it a day. um, I can reach it fine to water it and everything like that, so it's not a problem. But yeah, but the 3 tiers are nice because it's easier to see. And if you wanted to, you could you could make a 3-tier or 4-tier if you wanted to. You could stack more of them if you wanted to. But yeah, um, I'm trying to decide if I want to buy one or not. I mean, two, because yeah. Yeah, two, not one, two. If I wanted to get, if I wanted to get two more, the thing of it is, the reason I'm having I'm trying to decide is because I have one in the box that I already have one, and I'm trying to decide if do I really need another one. Um, and the answer to that is no, I don't need another one. But the question is, do I want another one? And the answer is probably yes, I want another one, but I'm not sure. But I'm not sure. Already have two outside. I have another one in the box. Do I want two more? Maybe. I like my green stalks. I really enjoyed them last year. I grew um, cucumbers, peppers, basil, 3 or 4 different kinds of basil, cucumbers, peppers, basil, green beans, yeah, onions, in one. And then in the other one, I had all herbs and onions and herbs. And I had lots of herbs. I had, lavender, calendula, yarrow, plantain, um, chamomile. Did I say chamomile? Chamomile. Um, lots of basil, holy basil, lemon basil, lime basil, purple basil, um, sweet basil. I had a bunch of herbs growing in the other one. It was just all herbs. And I want to do one that's all herbs. Another one I want to do all herbs. Some of those are perennial herbs, and so some of them are still in there. Like I've got several of those things that I mentioned are still growing in there right now. And I want to put some other perennials in there. So I got that one. It's going to be mostly a perennial. I'm going to take the annual basils out of there and put it in the other one. But the perennial herbs, parsley. Still growing in there. Yeah, a bunch of those. But that's what I want to do. I want to get another one, the other one that I have in the box, and do more herbs because I want herbs everywhere. Hey, Mike, how are you? And so yeah, I want herbs everywhere, everywhere. Um, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff in that green stock. Um, and then I want to do peppers, more peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, and green beans in the other green stock. And then, yeah, my net was down. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're now connected. It's good to see you, Mike. I was just telling people that green stock is having a sale right now. If you guys are interested in that, they're having a buy one get one on the 3 tiers, and they've got some new colors. The pink and the yellow, I think, are new limited edition colors. But yeah, buy one get one. And I was just saying that, yeah, I don't really know if I want to buy another one, but I kind of think I want to buy another one. The nice thing about the green stock for me is um, it's close. And so, like, I have them on my patio, so it's close. I can step outside. I can do what I need to do. I can water it. I can check it. I can weed it real quick. I can that part. Um, I really haven't had any problems with them. So I really have liked growing the green stalks, and then um, it lets me expand my garden space easily without going out. I can go up, and so I don't have to worry about space for it because you can grow a whole lot of food in a green stalk, and that's what I want to use it for. Really, kind of maximizing my production um, without using as much space. Um, Now, don't get me wrong. I do have three good sized garden beds out there, and then I've got another area that's got a bunch of containers as well. So I'm using my space, but like where my containers were, part of that, I'm going to probably take that down this year and put some of the things that were in containers, put them in the ground. Like I want my blueberries and my blackberries in the ground. They were in containers, but I'm going to get them in the ground. Um, and So yeah, I'm doing some of that over there too. So yeah, I was trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to touch on while I was on here. Any information, more information that I wanted to share. Um, uh, are any of you guys growing in green stalks? Have you used them before? Do you like them? Do you not like them? I think it's a kind of one of those things. Just depends. One of those it's depends kind of thing. It's like for me, it's like grow bags. I don't particularly care for grow bags, but I know a lot of people really like grow bags. I've got some stuff in grow bags. I grow in grow bags every year, but it's just not. I won't buy anymore. The reason I'm growing in them is because I have them. I'm gonna use them. Yeah. Oh, it's expensive to ship there. Yeah. Or they're not cheap. That's the other thing too. They're not cheap anyway. So not me. I'm in the city. It will be stolen. Oh, yeah, yeah. I could see that. Although I don't know, Mike. I mean, I'm not saying that they wouldn't be stolen, but if anybody wants to steal a green stalk, um, you better be committed because once you fill them up with soil, those things are heavy. If you don't have the spinner base with the wheels on it, hmm, moving that thing, you better have a moving truck, yeah, a hand truck to move it because with the soil in it and then it's fully watered, ooh, yeah, those things are heavy. Now maybe the smaller ones, maybe the 3 tier one might not be, but the 6 tier, mm, if it didn't have the base on it, yeah, that part. Oh yeah, ads. Well, thank y'all for watching ads if you're watching them, and if you can skip them, skip them. No, it doesn't matter. I forgot to turn them off. Well, I guess I turned them on. I don't know what I had the default on, but I have to remind myself. I'll write a note the next time to make sure the ads are not on. I usually don't turn the monetization on until after the live stream for any of the people who watch the replay. Um, because I don't like being interrupted by the ads myself. But that's just me. That's my personal preference. So yeah, that y'all see that big old white streak. Unless I don't have a deck or flat space, really. Yeah, yeah, and it does really kind of need to be flat because if it's not flat, if it's angled, then the water doesn't um move down evenly because basically but you water it from the top and then it has the overflow water goes down into all of the levels, but if it's one sided then the water goes to one side and it gets water and the other side doesn't get as much water. So yeah, it does need to be flat, so you'd have to figure out a way to make a flat base for it, but the base is only maybe 12 by 12, maybe 15 by 15 at the most. So it's only that big of a space that you'd have to level out. You've seen the wind knock them over? Yeah, I haven't had that problem here. We get pretty windy, but like I said, mine is kind of protected because it's they're mine. I have a concrete pad that one is on that's right behind the house, and then the other one's on my patio, which is got a wall right there. So it is not sitting out in the open. So I haven't had a problem with the wind knocking it over. Now the smaller stackable ones, like you would get from like the Dollar Tree or whatever, I've yeah, I those things fall over all the time. And I've seen the wind knock those over all the time. Even the ones I've seen people who put the rebar down the center of those, drill the hole down the center, put the rebar in the center, stake in the center, so it's um, or if not the rebar, the other one, the T post or the rebar in the center to keep them from knocking over. And I've seen those, yeah, kind of get crazy, but yeah. So. I do like it. I have to say I do like them. I'm glad I got the ones I got, and I may end up getting some more. I won't buy them full price, um, but that's just me because I'm cheap. But when they have a good sale, like I think I got mine on sale during Mother's Day last year. Was it Mother's Day? Might have been Mother's Day. Anyways, at some point last year they went on sale, and that's when I got mine. Um, so yeah, that part over there. But yeah, what are you guys growing new this year? And have you started dropping seeds um, for planting outside yet? I'd rather have a keto raised bed. I have two fake green stalks. I will just use them. I've seen some of the fake ones like on Timu? We don't have a Menards, Mike. If I had a Menards, I would go and probably get a raised bed. But I don't have one. You growing roselle this year? Yeah, I got my roselle started late last year, and so I didn't get a harvest. Mine was just starting to bloom when we got our first frost. It was just starting. I think there were like 3 pieces of roselle that were mature on it. Wow. We don't have Menards here. Do they ship? It has pretty deep pockets and it has a reservoir in each pocket. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you though, you know what? You can you can grow. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have a special um planter or bed or anything. I don't need actually I can grow in my yard, in my ground. I've got good dirt. I can grow directly in my soil here with no problem. The reason that I want raised beds, the reason I build a raised bed, and the reason I use a planter is just because it's more convenient and I don't have to bend as much. So that's the reason. But yeah, you can grow, and I think a lot of times people um, I think a lot of times people don't realize that I think they get overwhelmed by all of the options, you know? That kind of saddens me because truthfully, if you want to grow food, if you want to grow food, yeah, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles. You know, I don't have to purchase any soil to grow. I purchase soil every year, but I don't have to purchase soil. I purchase soil because um, it has the consistency that I want. You know what I'm saying? It has the consistency that I want. But I don't have to. I have a decent soil. I have decent soil here in my backyard. And the thing of it is, you can use whatever you have in your backyard in your if you have a yard, you can use whatever you have in your yard to make things to make what you have better. I have 2 oak trees in my front yard that drop a ton of leaves every year. Those leaves make when they break down, they make a good growing medium. And so all I need to do is pile that stuff up. If I pile those leaves up and put something around them so where they can break down, I can plant in the middle of that. In 6 months' time, it's going to break down enough. I can plant in the middle of that, and I have a good growing medium, and I didn't have to purchase anything. Just had to use a little elbow grease to rake it up and pile it up. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, that you don't need a lot to grow food. You can use a lot of what I'm trying to say. You can use what you have on hand and grow quite a lot of food. You don't have to break the bank to do it. You don't have to have a grow bag, or you don't have to have uh, a raised bed. You don't have to have buy expensive soil. You don't all of those things. You don't have to do all of that stuff. Um, and you can still spend a little bit of money and do a lot. But yeah, Mike, I'm gonna have to check out the Home Depot and see what they have. Because yeah, I could use another raised bed. See, this is my problem. I'm telling y'all you don't have to do this, and then I'm sitting here thinking, but yeah, I might do that. I might get one. I might because I'm yeah that part. um, I'm trying to think. I don't know what I'm going to grow this year that I haven't grown before. I don't think I'm going to grow anything new this year, except maybe stevia. So maybe stevia. If I get the seeds, if I get some stevia seeds, then yeah, yeah. So yeah, that thing. Nightbot is working today. Yeah, that part. I was in the kitchen the other day and I was cutting up an onion and and this is no lie. Whenever I cut up an onion, I cut the bottom off of it and I go outside and I find a place and stick it in the dirt. It may not come up, it may just rot. But either way, it's gonna feed me because um a lot of times it will come up. It'll just grow. That you put the bottom in the dirt and it'll just grow. And I've grown a lot of onions from the bottoms of onions. Um, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it'll just rot. And it's fine because it's going to be either in a container or a bed or in the ground where I'm going to grow something else. And so it's just going to feed whatever else is growing out there. But I will cut the bottom off of an onion in a hot minute. Every all the scallions that I have, all of the scallions that I have came from scallions that came from the grocery store, and I cut the bottoms off and I stuck them in the ground. And they grew and grew and grew and grew, and they grew up and they had a flower on it, and they dropped a ton of seeds. I cut the flower head off and I shook the seeds out, and they came up, and they were as a mass of them, and I was just pulling them out twos and threes and put some here, put some there, put some here, put some there. I have a ton of onions all over the garden, scallions all over the garden from those that came from the grocery store. So I'll buy them one time and then grow them forever. So I won't go stevia or from seeds anymore. You're going to buy starts. That's an idea. I need to go down to the market, little farm market. I've made some videos down there. I'm at the farm market several times. Go down there and see what they have in the way of starts. Yeah, I need to get myself together. Need to get myself together. But yeah, my mint died back. I don't know if it's actually dead. Dead. I'm gonna see what comes up. I thought I had lost all of my blueberries last year, but last time I went out there and I looked and it looked like they didn't look like they were gonna make it. But when I went out there the other day, I looked at them, I was like, hey, wait a minute. I think these are still alive. So I may still have some blueberries. If I do, that's great. If I don't, I'm gonna buy some more. Because that's what I'm gonna do. But my mint last summer when it got hot, I just couldn't keep up with the watering, and a lot of things died, and I'm not happy about that. Or a lot of my plants didn't make it, and I'm still grieving the loss of those plants because some of them um I had years with like my satsumas, um my grapefruit, my kumquat, my lemons, my limes. I had years invested in those plants, and I yeah, and my asparagus, yeah. And that hurts. That really hurts when you lose something that you've got years and time invested in, and you lose it. And it was really, I just couldn't stay on top of the watering. It was hot and dry, and they were all in containers, and I just did not do a good job of staying on top of it. And that makes me really sad. And it makes me so sad that when I think about it, it's like I feel like I want to just give up. I really just feel like I want to give up. But I won't. I'm not going to give up. Um, I'm gonna do what I have to do, and get some more going, and yeah, that part. But it's just sad. It's really, really sad. But anyways, y'all, I'm not gonna be up here much longer. I guess probably about 15 minutes more, and then I'm gonna get off of here. I um I didn't want to come on for long, but I did want to get on here and um just spend some time chatting about all things, that anything, whatever came up, spend some time. Yeah, yeah, GT Junior lived to fight another day. Yeah, that part. And I mean, it's just part of it. It's part of it. So Mike, you did not hear me say 50. You heard me say 15. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. You're funny. You're funny. But yeah, it's and I better check my battery on my computer, because it might not even be that long, because my computer is probably gonna die. I'm not even like, this is how trifling I am. My computer is not charged up. I wasn't ready for this. I usually have my charger right here, but things get moved around, and yeah, the whole nine. I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, but it is what it is. I had to make a delivery. Maybe we can get about 20 minutes so I can drop a few of these cabbage seeds. Okay. Okay. So, okay, exactly. 20 minutes is what I can do. I can do that. But y'all are funny. Y'all are hilarious. Um, yeah. But I want to try to get back, to doing, regular live streams. Maybe not every week, but maybe a couple times a month, um, at night, and maybe a pop up here or there during the day, just depending on what's going on. But yeah, I want to try to get back to doing that. I'm feeling better. I have to say that we've talked about it here before. Seasonal depression is a real thing. I live with it. I have sometimes I'm going through, and sometimes some days are better than others, but I'm feeling better now that we're getting more sunlight, and you know life is lifing, but yeah, I'm dealing with it better, and so I feel like I can pick up the pace on um with the social media again. I think I can anyway. So we'll see how it goes, how I feel. If I don't feel like I can do it, I won't do it. But if I feel like I can, I will. But yeah, things have been tough. There's a lot been going on um, in the last few months, really, and it's just taken a lot of energy that I didn't have. But you don't have a choice. You can't say I can't deal with this water line right now when when the water line breaks, you got to deal with the water line, right? You can't just put it off. And believe you me, I was like, why don't we just turn the water off? Do I need water? Well, yeah, I guess I kind of need water. But it's things happen, and you got to deal with them, whether you have the energy or not. But then there's things that you can back away from, and social media is one of those things that I had to back away from, so that I could deal with the other things that were going on with life. And like I said, lots been going on, um, and the absolute wrong time of the year for me, because wintertime is just tough. Um, have y'all? I don't know if have y'all seen the. I need to figure out how to share it online. Have y'all seen The something is just driving me crazy now. I know I put stuff in my hair to make it stay off of me. There's a lady on YouTube who does it's a comedy sketch where she dresses up as Winter, Miss Winter. Actually, she does all of the seasons, but she's been doing the ones on Winter. I have been loving them. I don't even know what her name is. I don't know what her name is, but if you have seen them, she is hilarious. And she I think it's on Instagram. I think it's on Instagram. She ugh, hold on just a second, please. Um I was gonna tell you what her name is. Let me type it in here. Y'all can check it out if you want to. It's funny. It's funny, but she does these skits about winter, and it's funny because I think fall is in there, and it was like fall was kind of hanging on and hanging on, and she was like, "Leave," and then you see the leaves falling, see the leaves falling. Um, but I've been living for it because it's like she is the person. I mean, the way she personifies winter, it's what I feel like. It's like this is why I want to hibernate. But anyways, that's her name. It's on Instagram, and she does a skit called Miss Winter. And I think there's like I don't even know how many there are. There's many parts of it, and I was going to show you a picture of what she looks like. There she goes. That's Miss Winter with the veil. Anyways, she goes, leave. And then you see the leaves falling down. It's pretty hilarious. But it's funny because she's there's she's got one where Jack Frost is in there, and Mrs. Frost is complaining about how she's overworking Jack Frost, and she's even sent them down to the South. And making him work in the Americas. It's like and how he's overworked, and she should be ashamed of herself for working him that hard this year and all of that. But so yeah, that's how I feel about Winter. She's really overworking this year. She's working hard, and I'm about sick of her now. And so we turned the heat back on down here, so we don't have to deal with her anymore. My computer is flashing at me. I don't know what that is all about. But yeah, that's her name on Instagram. I think it's pretty hilarious. You might not find it funny. My humor is pretty weird. Um, I have to admit, a lot of things that other people find funny, I don't find funny at all. No, what, Mike? What? Behave, PC. Oh, mine flashed. I don't know what's going on with it. It flashed like twice. Although it is telling me that I need to update something. So I probably should figure out what that is that I need to update. Yeah, I don't know what it is that I need to update. I probably should figure that out and do the update if I don't want it to flash at me. But maybe I might have done something because if I held my fingers up, it might, I don't know. Things happen. Where's the camera? Can you see me, camera? Where are you? So it's not doing it. I don't know what's going on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But it did flash. It flashed twice. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, technology. Oh, wait a minute. No, no, I don't think so. I was starting to think it might be. I don't know. I was going to think, is it Mercury retrograde? That might be the problem. I don't think it is. I don't know when the next one is. Y'all, do y'all know when Mercury retrograde is? No. Yeah, so it's not now. It's not until the 26th. It's not until February 26th. So well, that's not it. I was like, no, I thought Mercury was visible and direct right now. So yeah, I don't know. um, do y'all follow that? Do you believe it? I don't know that I believe it or not, but it's funny when people do follow things like that. Like if you say, "Oh, it's Mercury retrograde, and so you need to do this, this, and this." One of the things I don't try to do is anything very complicated during Mercury retrograde. So if it's complicated communications or complicated technology, I'll just do it. I try to get it done before or after. It's like, yeah, I'm just not going to do that right now. It's like because if there can be a misunderstanding, there will be a misunderstanding during Mercury retrograde. If there can be a technology glitch, there will be a technology glitch. And it's like it's not that you can't do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can get it done and have no problem whatsoever. But it might take you 3 times as long to get it done. So you don't follow it, okay? I don't know that I believe it, but I know that I don't want to chance it. There's certain things I don't want to chance. So it's like, um, so like if I have something, like if I was working and I had a project and it was due during the retrograde, I would get it done ahead of time because I've had projects where the due date, say if the due date is today, is today, the ninth. Well, the 10th is the due date is the 10th by close of business. So 6 o'clock by the 10th. And you got everything done except you need to print it. I have had a printer go down and not print, where I've had to literally find another printer, to use and hook it up directly instead of the network where the network has gone down. The net where you had a network printer, the network goes down and the network printer doesn't work. And then you have to really roll the network printer out or pick up and move your PC to the network printer and hook it in directly and not over the network in order to print 1,000 pages. And I mean, literally have had that happen to me. And it's like, what is going on? And it's like, if I knew that it was going to be like a Mercury retrograde and that was the due date, I'm like, nope, no way. I'm not going to do this. I am not going to do this. I will work 2 weekends overnight at home to get it done before the Mercury retrograde so that nothing will happen at the last minute, because I've had so many weird things happen like that. And it's like, geez, Why now? Why now? They have shown police force don't truly increase full moons. Yeah, and it's funny because they've shown that there's no real increase in like in in any kind of emergencies. You know, births, deaths, hospitals, uh, anything. Yet people keep saying that no, it's a full moon. We're gonna have this happen. No, it's a full moon. We're gonna have that happen. And it's like, well, was it the full moon? Was it actually the full moon, or was it just that was it 9 months was it 9 months after um Valentine's Day? Or was it 10 months after Valentine's Day? Was what it was. Was it really a full moon, or was it that caused the increase in the crime rate, or was it um I don't know, a decrease in employment? Whatever. It's like, and then that the other thing is correlation. It's not causation. So even if it correlates, it may still not have it may not be a cause and effect relationship. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't get, that correlation is not causation. Just because it happens, coincidences happen. It's just regular crazy. Exactly. It's just regular crazy. And it may be like you said, Mike. It's because, I know it's a full moon, so I'm going to look to see it. Is I mean, it's kind of like blue cars. If you never thought about blue cars before, and all of a sudden you start looking at blue cars, then everywhere you look, you're going to see blue cars. And it's like, are there really that many more blue cars on the road, or did you just start noticing them? Did you just start looking for them, or red cars, or whatever it is? I mean, and I was saying before, I drive a Mini Cooper, and so um, I see a lot of Mini Coopers. But I've always been a person that's looked for them, and so I can spot them relatively easy. So I see a lot of Mini Coopers, and so I'm driving down the highway, and I'm going, "Oh, there's a Mini," and people are going, "What? Oh, there's a Mini." They're like, "What? Oh, there's a Mini." They're like, "I ain't never seen so many Minis." Well, you ain't been never riding with me. If you were riding with me, you would see a bunch of them, because every time I see one, I'm gonna yell out, "Oh, there's a Mini." On the other hand, when I was going to buy, back in the day when I was getting ready to buy my truck, my last truck, yeah, I got to figure out what I'm going to do about that too. Um, I started looking at vehicles on the side of the road and making a list of cars. When you drive down the highway and you see cars broke down on the side of the road, what cars do you see on the side of the road the most, and which ones you don't rarely see? And so I just started looking at cars on the side of the road and writing down what I was seeing. If I saw a car broke down on the side of the road, I was writing it down. And then I was like, okay, what cars are not on this list? And that's how I decided what pickup I was going to drive. What pickups do I not see on the side of the road, or do I see less frequently on the side of the road? Now, it may not have anything to do with how reliable those cars are. It may have a lot to do with where I'm driving down the road, because, you know, where I was living, at one point where I was living, you would see the bumper stickers that would say, "This is Ford country. On a cold, clear night, you can hear Chevy rust." Okay, so, but yeah, that means in that particular area, you're going to see a whole lot more Fords on the highway. Well, if you see a lot more Fords on the highway, you're going to see a lot more Fords broken down, because there's more of them on the highway. You know what I'm saying? The cars that break down are the cars that people are driving. So if not very many people drive a particular kind of car, you're not going to see Lamborghinis broken down on the side of the road. Why? You're not going to see Lamborghinis on the highway very often. I mean, if you're in Atlanta, you might see a bunch of Lamborghinis, but in Montgomery, not so much. You know, that kind of thing. And so it's like, even though I didn't see a lot of, certain cars on the side of the road, it might just be because people in this area don't buy that car. We have a Hyundai plant here, so a lot of people drive Hyundais. So if you see Hyundais on the side of the road, it's not necessarily that Hyundais break down more frequently. It's just that more people around here drive them. And so somebody's, that part, or or they could be, you know, more of them do break down. I don't know. That's the thing. There may be a correlation, but it may not be a causation. And that's the thing that you have to understand. Is there a cause and effect relationship there? And you cannot tell if there's a cause and effect relationship there just by the fact that you see more of them. And also, is it the car or is it the driver? Is it the drivers that drive these kinds of cars have a tendency not to change their oil or not to check their oil, and the car breaks down, their engines lock up because they don't check their oil. Could be. Or maybe they're just hard on cars, or maybe they forget to gas up, and oh, that kind of thing. So I mean, the causation could be more of the people with the personalities that find these kinds of cars attractive, also the kind of people who don't maintain their cars on a regular basis. So it's a reasonable data point. It could be, or it could be something totally different. And I think that's the thing that is missing in our culture anymore is um, critical thinking, critical thinking skills. Um, can you actually um, what is the data? You have the data, and what does the data mean? You can draw a conclusion based on the data, but the data may not point to that conclusion. In fact, the data may not point to any conclusion because you might have picked the wrong data. But yeah, that part. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm getting sleepy. And I smell dinner. I put a roast in the crock pot before I got on here. It should be done sometime tomorrow. Um, oh yeah, I dropped a short right before I came on here too because um, the roast, I was hungry, but I knew the roast wasn't going to be done until tomorrow, so I cut some slices, thin slices off of it, and threw it in a pan. Made a skillet meal out of it. With I just threw some onions and peppers in there, and sliced some potatoes in there, and just cooked it up real quick in the skillet. Even though I'm slow cooking the roast, I was hungry, and so I'm like, I'm gonna have that tomorrow, but I'm gonna have some tonight too. And so, yeah, I did just like I said, sliced it up, put some onions and peppers and potatoes in it, and cooked it, and had a quick little skillet meal, and it was good. It was good. But the roast is going to be so much better tomorrow because I'm going to cook it low and slow. And I put some Miss V's Softly Smoky Green seasoning on it. Oof, ooh, ooh, ooh. And some extra garlic. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's going to be so good. I don't know what I'm going to have to go with it. Maybe I have cabbage. Maybe I'll go pick up a purple cabbage if I can find one to go with it. That'll be good. So, yeah. I started ground cherries today. I've never tasted them. Ooh, I love them. I love them, and I need to start some. um, Actually, ground cherries, yeah. Ground cherries are kind of interesting. It's one of those that you can, yeah, that part. Mike, diced chuck roast, potatoes, onions, garlic, peppers, carrots, in a pressure cooker yesterday. Yes, yes. I do not have a pressure cooker. I don't know why I don't have a pressure cooker, but I don't have a pressure cooker. Um, yeah. Tastes like juicy fruit gum. Huh. I don't know what it tastes like. It's citrusy to me. It has a little bit of citrusy. I had the ones that were the pineapple flavored ones. They didn't really taste like pineapple to me, but kinda, but not really. So, but I like them. I like them a lot. So I'm definitely gonna grow some this year. I've got a good spot for them. Um, and I've got at least three different varieties of them, and I'm just gonna drop seeds everywhere. Yeah, I do like them a lot. I know I told you guys before, but I'm gonna tell you again. When I was in Germany a couple of years ago, oh, it's been more than a couple of years ago, but a few years ago, um, they just had them at the grocery store. Yeah, in the produce section. I was like, what? Yeah. When I saw them, I was like, oh, we gotta have them. We gotta have them. I had ox. Oh my, stop, JC Junior. Who cooked the oxtails? I don't think I've ever had oxtails. If I had, I didn't know what I was eating. So I mean, I was a kid. Mom made it, and I didn't know what I was eating. I was thinking I might grow a few bushes for squirrels in their garden too. Oh, you cook the oxtails? How'd you cook them? Cooked them all night for 10 hours in a crock pot. Okay, I can see that. That would be good. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had oxtail. Um, I know I haven't had them as an adult. I've never cooked them before. But yeah. And Hoppin' John. What's a Hoppin' John? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Is that like cornbread or something? I don't know what Hoppin' John is. Hoppin' John. Oh, black eyed peas, rice, pork with onions and seasoning. Okay. I've never had that either. Well, I may have had it. I just didn't know what it was. Yeah, I probably have had this and just it was called something else. Or maybe not. Oh, you can buy it in a can? That's interesting. I may have had it before and not know it. I've never was a big fan of black eyed peas. So if I saw it had black eyed peas in it, I probably skipped it. Or if I had some on my plate, I probably swallowed it without chewing it and without tasting it. Because we had to eat what was put in what we had. And so if I had it on my plate and I knew I was not going to be able to get out of eating it, then I probably didn't taste it. You just swallow it as quickly as you possibly can and call it a day. Hoppin' John in the can. Uh, they have different kinds that I pair with the oxtail. Okay. Yeah, I was just looking at the looked it up online, looked at the pictures of it, and this looks like something that I probably had before. Something that my mom probably cooked. I don't know that she called it Hoppin' John for real, for real. But yeah, that was like something else somebody was telling me about. They called it goulash. So goulash? Yeah, goulash. They called it goulash, and I was like, I don't know what that is either. And I was like, I'm not sure I know what that is. What is that? But they called it goulash and they said they ate it all the time. And I was like, well, I probably might have eaten it, but I don't remember it being called goulash. Yeah, I really want to finish this. But yeah, oxtails and bacon is my favorite meat. I have been enjoying ham the last month. I bought a ham, um, just a regular ham, not one of those special, not one of those special holiday spiral cut, um, cherry glaze hams. No, just a regular old ham, and baked it, cut it in half, sliced it up, froze half of it, and ate half, and that's been my favorite. It was nice because I froze it and sliced it up and froze it in like portions so I could take out a little portion bag of it and have some for 2 or 3 days, and then yeah. So over the last like month and a half, I've been eating ham for 2 or 3 days a week, and that was really good, and I'm contemplating doing that again because it was really good. Um, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich last week for dinner. It was so good. You know what I had today, GT Junior? Um, I didn't have peanut butter and jelly, but I had oatmeal. I bought some steel cut oats the other day. I hadn't had oatmeal in years because I was eating low carb, and so I was not eating grains at all, which I got to go back to not eating grains. But I got some steel cut oats, and I made a pot of oatmeal the other day, and I like to make like three or four servings, and then separate them out into single servings and put them in the fridge like that. And so today I pulled out a serving of that and heated it up, and I added peanut butter to it. And I love myself some oatmeal with some peanut butter. And so I added peanut butter and some heavy cream to it. Oh my God, it was so good. I should have added some jelly to it because that would have been really good. Oatmeal is good with peanut butter and jelly. And the jelly I have right now is mango. I need to make some more because my jars are about gone. But I don't really need to make it anymore because I need to cut back on sugar. That's one of the things I wanted to say while I was on here. So I'm coming clean to y'all. I have gained um so much weight. I've gained so much weight. I had lost weight, and because I was doing low carb and I was doing really good, and I had lost weight and I had kept it off. And then like I went on vacation and I gained no weight on vacation. None. Zero, zero, not a pound that I gained on vacation. And I was eating, but we did a lot of walking and we were in the pool a lot. And so I guess I was burning calories, whatever. And I wasn't eating a lot. I was eating basically one good meal a day and then tasting other things. But anyways, got back and I've gained 10 pounds since we've been back. And I'm trying to figure out what in the world. But I really got to get my get myself back on track with eating right. But yeah, you've never had peanut butter with oatmeal? Do you like oatmeal? If you don't like oatmeal, then yeah, yeah. But if you like peanut butter and you like peanut butter and jelly, you probably will like peanut butter and jelly and oatmeal. I mean, you don't have to put the jelly in it, but you probably will like peanut butter and oatmeal if you like peanut butter. Yeah. Next time you have oatmeal, take yourself a teaspoon of peanut butter and swirl it in there. It is so good. It's like a warm peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I love oatmeal too, but like I said, I had given up the grains, and I don't know. I don't know. I guess I need to figure out. I need to figure out something because right now, um, I'm just not happy. I'm not happy with my weight at all. Um, my sister came to visit with me. I gave her all of my skinny clothes because she's lost a bunch of weight. And I was like, "Can you wear these jeans?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, good. Take these and these and these and these and these too." So I gave it all away. I have a caramel macchiato oatmeal packets in the refrigerator. Okay, I don't know about all of that. Take them for breakfast work sometimes. I don't know if that will be good with oatmeal. Oh, I like nuts in mine too. I use walnuts. Um, my I don't use sunflower seeds, but I do like sunflower seeds in it. But I use walnuts. I bought a big bag of the walnuts from Costco, like the really big bag. And then I separated them out into separate ones and threw them in the freezer. Um, so it'll last me a while. But yeah, um, definitely like walnuts in my oatmeal too. Yeah, I don't know. I use the old either the old fashioned or the steel cut oats, and that's why I cook. That's why when I cook them, I go ahead and cook a pot because it takes a while to cook them. It takes a while to cook them to get them to the right consistency, and the right tenderness of it. I like them chewy but not tough, and so you gotta cook them and cook them and cook them. It's like I have never had any of those things y'all are naming. You've never had nuts in your You never had walnuts in your oatmeal or sunflower seeds? Chicken noodle soup? You need a recipe? Hmm. Start with your chicken legs and thighs or just thighs. Put them with some celery and onions and in your slow cooker, either in your slow cooker or in your car or your either slow cooker or your pressure cooker, Instapot, and cook them until the meat falls off the bone. And that's the base. And then you season it with whatever you like to season yours with. I used poultry seasoning and mine. I make sure I use a little bit of sage in there with it, but you just using whatever you have to season it up with. And then um, you just add your vegetables to your stock. So celery, more onions, carrots to your stock, and you cook them until they're as done as you want them. And the last thing you do is add your noodles. I don't add my noodles to the soup, although you can, depending on how much I'm making. Usually, yeah, garlic. Don't forget your garlic and salt and pepper, whatever you like to season your stuff with, however you want it to taste. And then I make my noodles separate, and then pour the soup over the noodles. Um, because I don't like the noodles to stay in the soup because if you have leftover, then the noodles tend to fall apart, and I don't like my noodles falling apart. But if you're not going to have leftovers, you can put the noodles in last. You can either cook them in the stock, which is nice, or you can take take some of the stock from your soup to cook the noodles in. Yeah, I like them with egg noodles, but I'll use any kind of noodles I have. Yeah, any kind of noodles. But yeah, chicken soup is easy. Yeah, raisins. I've had raisins and oatmeal, but that's it. Oh, raisins, apples, cranberries, apricots, any kind of fruit. Not any kind of fruit, but dried fruits. Any of the dried fruits are good in oatmeal. Fresh apples, cut up fresh apples and cinnamon. That's good in oatmeal. Um, yeah, and then you can sweeten it with almost any kind of jelly or jam. Strawberry, blackberry. Yeah, any kind. Blueberry. Yeah. Um, because the oatmeal itself has a really mild flavor. I mean, it has a distinctive flavor, but it has a really mild flavor, but it goes really well with fruits. And you can use like I said, any kind of jam or jelly with it. And like if you like peanut butter and jelly, whatever jelly you like with your peanut butter, you can mix your peanut butter in and then swirl the jelly in, or put a plop of jelly on top, and then just make sure you get a little bit of the jelly in every bite. That's really good. Yeah. I will make it in the morning. Y'all got me hype. Honestly, when people started eating peanut butter toast, start talking about having peanut butter on toast, I like peanut butter on toast, but I'm like, if you can eat peanut butter on toast, you can have it in oatmeal. Golden raisins and oatmeal, yes. Cranberries, yeah, good. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, I got to get out of here. I got to get to bed because I'm getting tired, and I do have appointments in the morning too. But thanks for being here, and hanging out with me. It's a grape jelly always, unless toast, and then apple toast. Apple, let me just tell y'all, I think peanut butter and apple jelly is the goat. I know a lot of people use like peanut butter and grape jelly. I think peanut butter and apple jelly is the goat. But hey, there that is what it is. But anyways, y'all have a good night, and I will see you in these YouTube streets. Bye, y'all.